You are trying to make dinner. Your baby is attached to your leg. You step into the bathroom for 30 seconds, and the crying starts before you even close the door. You sit down, and they immediately crawl into your lap. You stand up, and they follow. Every single room, every single step. Like a tiny shadow that never quite lets you out of sight. And if you are honest, some days it is adorable, and some days it is completely exhausting. And on the really hard days, you find yourself wondering, is something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Why will this child not let me out of their sight for even 5 minutes? Today, we are going to answer that question properly, not with a quick reassurance, not with a simple, it is just a phase, but with the real science behind why your baby follows you everywhere, and why that behavior, now as overwhelming as it feels, is actually one of the most important and healthy things your child can do. What you are experiencing has a name. It is called proximity seeking, and it is one of the most fundamental behaviors in all of human development. Proximity seeking simply means that your baby is driven, biologically, neurologically, deeply driven, to stay close to you. This is not clinginess in the way we sometimes use that word, as though it were a problem to be solved. This is your baby's attachment system doing exactly what it was designed to do. And that attachment system exists for a very good reason that goes back a very long way. Human babies are born more helpless than almost any other species on the planet. A foal can walk within hours of birth. A baby seal can swim within days. Yet a human baby cannot hold their own head up. They cannot regulate their own body temperature. They cannot feed themselves, protect themselves, or move away from danger. They are entirely dependent on a caregiver for every single thing they need to survive. And the brain knows this. The infant brain is wired from birth with one overriding biological priority: stay close to the person who keeps you alive. That is it. That is the whole drive. Stay close. Do not let them disappear. Because in the environment our brains evolved in, a baby who lost sight of their caregiver was a baby in very real danger. So when your baby follows you into the kitchen, pulls at your legs while you are trying to work, screams when you leave the room, they are not being manipulative. They are not spoiled. They are not trying to make your life difficult, when their ancient, perfectly designed brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. It is keeping them alive. Around 6 to 9 months, something significant happens in your baby's development. Before this age, your baby will generally allow most people to hold them. They are social and relatively flexible. But somewhere around this window, usually between 6 and 12 months, a shift occurs. Your baby begins to show a clear and strong preference for you specifically, for their primary caregiver, the person they know best and trust most. This is the attachment system fully switching on. And with it comes something called separation anxiety, the distress your baby shows when you leave or when they cannot see you. This is not a regression. It is not a problem. It is a developmental leap. It means your baby has formed a genuine, specific, deeply felt bond with you. It means the attachment is working. At the same time, something else is developing in your baby's brain: object permanence. The understanding that things continue to exist even when they cannot be seen. Before object permanence develops, when you leave the room, you are simply gone. You do not exist anymore in your baby's experience. There is no concept of you coming back because there is no concept of you still being somewhere. You have simply ceased to be. As object permanence grows, your baby begins to understand that you still exist somewhere even when they cannot see you. And that is actually when separation anxiety can peak, because now they know you are gone. They know you are somewhere, and they want you back. There is a concept in attachment theory called the secure base. On it comes from the foundational research of John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth, and it describes something you have probably witnessed without ever having a name for it. Watch a toddler in an unfamiliar environment with their caregiver present. They will move away to explore, to investigate, to interact with something interesting. But they will keep checking back, a glance toward you, a quick return for a brief touch or reassurance, and then off again, moving away and coming back, moving away and coming back. You are the secure base. You are the safe place they return to. The exploration is only possible because you are there. Your presence gives them the confidence to be curious, to move forward, to engage with the world. Without you nearby, that confidence collapses. The world becomes too big and too unknown. And this is why your baby follows you everywhere. It is not that they cannot cope without you. It is that your presence is what makes coping possible. You are literally the foundation their development is built on. When your baby loses sight of you, their stress response activates. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Their nervous system shifts toward alarm. This is not a tantrum. This is not attention-seeking in a manipulative sense. This is a genuine physiological stress response in a very small and very vulnerable person. When you return, or when they find you again, that stress response settles. Cortisol drops. The nervous system calms. And over time, with consistent and reliable responses from you, your baby begins to build something called felt security, an internal sense that even when you are not there, you will come back, that they are safe, that the world is manageable. This felt security does not develop instantly. It develops through hundreds and thousands of small, repeated experiences of you leaving and returning, of you being needed and showing up, of the stress rising and you being the thing that brings it back down. Every single one of those ordinary moments is building the architecture of your child's emotional brain. First, breathe. You are not creating a problem by being someone your baby wants to be near. You are not making them dependent in a harmful way. Responding to your baby's proximity seeking is not spoiling. It is literally building their brain. Second, use transitional cues. When you need to leave the room, narrate it. Tell them you are going to the kitchen and you will be right back. It sounds simple, and it sounds like it will not work. But over time, those words build a bridge between your absence and your return. They teach your baby that leaving has a pattern and a predictability, and predictability is the foundation of felt security. Third, practice. Brief separations in safe and gentle ways. Peekaboo is not just a game. It is one of the earliest tools for teaching object permanence. It is teaching your baby that things disappear and come back, that absence is not permanent, that you are still there even when they cannot see you. Fourth, if your baby is going through a particularly intense period of separation anxiety, look at what else is happening. Developmental leaps, illness, teething, changes in routine, a new environment. All of these can temporarily heighten the need for proximity. It will ease. It always eases. Here's what I want you to hold on to on the days when you cannot move without a small person attached to your hip. The fact that your baby follows you everywhere is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is very right. It means they know you. It means they trust you. It means their attachment system is functioning exactly as it should. It means you have become their safe base, the person from whom all exploration, all confidence, all brave steps into the world become possible. The baby who follows you everywhere becomes the child who ventures further. The child who ventures further becomes the adult who can connect deeply, trust fully, and feel genuinely secure in themselves and in their relationships. It all starts here, in your kitchen. With a small person attached to your leg, you are not just making dinner. You are building the foundation of everything. If this helped you understand your baby a little more today, please subscribe to Little Blooms. Every week, we explore the real science behind how your child is growing, emotionally, neurologically, and developmentally, so you can show up with more confidence and more compassion. Drop a comment and tell me, how old is your little one, and how are they doing with separation right now? I would love to hear from you.